today to kick off this event, this very special event, because really our vision to honor and serve all veterans has really come to life today. The mission of VOA is to really reach and uplift all people, and to really today to welcome our women veterans home. With your help, every corner of this Judge Sara J. Harper Village is filled with love, filled with devotion and dedication for so many people. And in my mind, I see every room just filled with giant hearts of love for our veterans. Now, we have a number of veterans here today in active military to really have this exciting day and to help us open the village today. I would ask that all veterans and all active military please stand so we can recognize you. Thank you all for your service and your sacrifice, and thank you for being here today. Now, I would ask you all to please rise for the presentation of colors by retired U.S. Army and Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps Instructor Yolander Wilson and the Glenville High School Junior ROTC. And I would ask that you remain standing as well for the playing of the national anthem, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Order on. White face. Forward march.
Thank you. How wonderful it is that students from Glenville High School could be with us here today. They really do represent our future and how bright it is. Now it's my pleasure to welcome the President and CEO of Volunteers of America, Ohio and Indiana, John Von Arps.
This is so amazing and so exciting to be here. Long awaited, but so worth the wait. Rob, thank you. Good afternoon. And I guess I just want to say once again, welcome to the opening of the doors of the Judge Sara J. Harper Village. Let's hear it now. Come on. You know, I think if you think of the perfect things that are happening today with this opening, we certainly have to think about the fact that tomorrow, and of course Veterans Day, and honoring our heroes this weekend. Today happens to be I'm not sure what anniversary, 1775, November 10th. Thank you, 247. Thank you, former Marine. All right, here we go. The birthday of the United States Marine Corps is today. How about that? And think of the fact that, yeah, that's a big hand. Well, you'll hear more about our amazing inspiration of naming these homes after Judge Harper. And of course, Judge Harper, a Marine veteran. You'll hear more about that in a few minutes. But I will say, I'm pretty certain, with all of the amazing accomplishments that Judge Harper has, that she was actually in charge of the weather today too. So we're going to have to add that to our long list of accomplishments. At Volunteers of America, we firmly believe that home is the foundation of well-being. And that's why our goal here at Judge Sara J. Harper Village is to wholly support our women veterans. And we're so glad to have some of them here with us today. Many of them, I think, will tell you that being surrounded by fellow veterans in this type of beautiful home environment and staying connected to resources and treatment specific to each individual's needs, it really helps each individual achieve self-sufficiency. And that's the goal of Harper Village. And we're so excited about these doors opening today. As Rob said, the love that you've all put into the development, the creation, being here today is so evident because you brought this to life, and there are so many people to thank. I'm certainly going to go through quite a few of them today. Let me just start with the fact that we couldn't have done this without our funding partners. So Federal Home Loan Bank of Pittsburgh and its member bank, the Lozick Family Foundation, the Fred A. Lennon Charitable Trust, the Home Depot Foundation, and the State of Ohio Department of Veterans Services. Let's give them all a really big hand. We have a wonderful program, and there are so many other partners and people to thank that are inside your program that help make this day and this adventure happen. So please review that when you have an opportunity. There are a number of other folks to thank. I also want to acknowledge Ohio State Senator Sandra R. Williams, Ohio State Senator Matt Dolan, City of Cleveland Councilman Kevin Conwell, who is here, and you'll hear from Kevin here shortly. Cuyahoga County Councilwoman Yvonne Conwell, another great supporter of this wonderful facility, and of course, City of Cleveland Mayor Justin Bibb. A few other folks that are possibly going to join us later, but also very thankful for their support. Ohio State Representative Dan Troy, Ohio State Senator Nikki Antonio, and Ohio State Representative Terrence Upchurch. Let's recognize them all as a group. We thank them all for their amazing support for our community as veterans. An important thank you to our Volunteers of America's Board of Directors who are with us today and are so involved in this organization. It just makes my heart overflow with the support that they provide to our staff and of course to our clients. So obviously you've met our chair, Rob Gilmore. Also here is Brigadier General retired Dr. John McGough. Thank you. Very good. I think we all recognize individuals. Patricia Gamble Moore. I think Pat is here. There you go. Thank you. Mike Guggenheim. Mike, you're there in the back. Thank you so much for all of your hard work. And Mo Johnson. Mo has been a very special participant here. to this event and to this structure. We are so grateful to you, board members, for those being here. Certainly, I'd be remiss if I did not acknowledge our construction and design team, some amazing folks to work with: Centermark Development, HCI Construction, LS Architects, and the amazing work of the Miracle Makeover Design Team. It's with their great love and support and expertise and all of the people that we mentioned that helped make this happen. We are so grateful from the bottom of our hearts, and the opportunity to serve heroes that have served our country in this beautiful home environment means so much to Volunteers of America. It's now my great honor to welcome one of our very special guests, and I hope you'll welcome her to the stage here, Major General Deborah Ashenhurst, the Director of the Ohio Department of Veteran Services. Director.
Whoa, what a joyful day. I am so thrilled to be here, but more thrilled for the work that has been done that led us to this day. I bring greetings from our governor, Governor Mike DeWine, who is such an avid supporter of veterans. He tells me, Deb, go make Ohio, no he doesn't, he calls me General. Hey, General, go make Ohio the most veteran-friendly state in the nation. And it's because it's nothing that I can do, but I get to tell him about all the great things that organizations like Volunteers of America are doing and all the supporters that are here to do this. You know, we have over 700,000 veterans in Ohio, but kind of important to me is we have over 67,000 women veterans. Now, I had the ability to talk to small children this morning, which scares me to death. I'd rather talk to adults. And I said, you know, how do you know who's a veteran when we're talking about thanking veterans? Oh, they'll wear a hat, they'll wear a veteran t-shirt, they'll wear ribbons. I said that our men veterans tend to do that. Our women veterans tend to not stand out. They tend to not make themselves known for their service, but they have needs, and they have special needs. So something like this that can be done for our women veterans who maybe aren't as boisterous about asking for what they need or telling us what they need, that somebody recognizes their need and is going to help them at a difficult time in their lives, to have such a gorgeous place to live. I'm wondering what I have to do to move in. But I would love to. But I'll tell you what's even more special is to have it named under somebody as significant as Judge Harper. Now I was looking at, I was kind of standing with her family as they were identifying some pictures and all. That was kind of fun to watch. But to realize that she came in the military 4 years before I did. And I think, my goodness, not only did she, am I standing on her shoulders as a woman in the military, but she went on to do such great things and make such a difference, not just for women, but to show that women can make a difference in life. And that's what we have to help the women do that are going to be coming through here to live, is help them to move on and make a great difference in the world, because that's what we do. I had all sorts of notes to thank everybody, but really I just want to say, for it seems like everybody here had a little piece in making this happen. And I'm just thrilled that our women veterans get something they deserve, even when they don't know to stand up and ask for it. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart to everyone who made this happen today.
Thank you so much, Jennifer. We have a number of amazing speakers, and we're so appreciative of them being here. Another one is a representative from Mayor Bibb's office. Please join me in welcoming Angela Shute-Woodson, the Director of Community Relations and Senior Advisor for Community and Government Affairs with the City of Cleveland. Angela.
Thank you and good afternoon. I kind of wondered how I got chosen to do this, but sometimes you kind of understand your role. And Judge Harper is an icon in my life because she is how I got to be a part of the NAACP as a young person. She encouraged me as a young adult to join the NAACP, and I have been a proud member, a proud executive member, so it is indeed a pleasure. I'm humbled to be here today. On behalf of Mayor Justin Bibb, who's the 58th mayor of the city of Cleveland, we want to present a proclamation for today. And I'm just going to read it very quickly. Judge Sarah Harper's Village is a new affordable housing program of Volunteers of America, Ohio, and Indiana, reaching right into the heart of Cleveland veterans community. Our goal is to support the most underserved segment of veteran population, homeless, transitional female veterans. This new, safe, and affordable housing is a supportive environment designed to help veterans rebuild their lives and maintain their well-being. This is a blessing to this community. The mayor is more than proud that it is opening. And so thank you to Volunteers of America. And we are just happy to be a part of this program today. Thank you so much.
We are just thrilled. I had an opportunity to meet with Mayor Bibb earlier this year and told him about this project, and obviously so excited and so supported. Thank you so much for being here. Along with our next speaker, who's just an amazing leader and supporter, they'll both be at our domiciliary, Mayor Bibb and Director Dietrich Mellon, tomorrow night on Veterans Day as well. So we're very excited about that. But let me introduce someone who's been very important to us in partnering and helping us serve veterans in this community. Please welcome the Executive Director of the VA Northeast Ohio Healthcare System, Jill Dietrich Mellon.
Good afternoon, everyone, and what an exciting day. Isn't this gorgeous out? Love it. Thank you so much for allowing me to be part of this momentous occasion, and we are proud to be a strong partner with Volunteers of America, so thank you. At VA Northeast Ohio Healthcare System, we are dedicated to serving the men and women who so gallantly served our country. As a healthcare system, we see veterans of all walks of life and background. We listen to their stories, and we learn about their greatest fears. By providing affordable housing to women veterans, at least one of those fears will be erased. Harper Village will provide a safe and secure home for women and their children for generations to come. We are so proud to have this home as our neighbor to our Cleveland VA Fisher houses, which are right over there, if you didn't know. And who this village is named after, you really hit it on the head here. Not only is she a U.S. Marine Corps veteran, but Judge Sara J. Harper has been a local and national champion for those facing major challenges, just like the women that will benefit from these housings. So I honestly can't think of a better person to name this after, so great job. While we can never truly repay our veterans for all that they have done, as a community, we will continue the mission for caring for them any way that we can. Before I conclude, I just wanted to say Happy Veterans Day to all those who have served. It is an honor and pleasure to lead the VA Northeast Ohio team and provide you with the quality health care that you've earned. Your sacrifice is not forgotten. On behalf of my staff, thank you again for having me here today, and I look forward to the future of our neighborhood and community. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Director Dietrich Mellon. Our next speaker is someone very special who's been involved in our effort, well-known throughout the community and the city, but he was so instrumental in helping us bring us to this point in time. Please join me in welcoming City of Cleveland Councilman Kevin Conwell.
With me, Senator Trump's the councilman, and I'm going to yield to you first, and we'll see what you say.
Well,
Senator Nikki Antonio.
thank you. Thank you, Councilman. I'm just very happy to be here. We send congratulations from the state of Ohio, from the legislature. These are the kinds of projects that just fill my heart with joy, because housing is so important. Housing for women and their children, incredibly important. And on top of that, to provide housing for women who are veterans, who have served. I loved what you said General, because it's true. You can be right in the midst of a woman who's a veteran, who has served. You may never know it. They are the angels right with us, sitting right next to us, and making such a difference in our communities. So I'm just very happy to be here and say congratulations. And I will now turn it over to my colleague at City Council, Kevin Conwell.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I want to know, when I received a phone call a few days ago, I think it was 2 to 3 days ago, it said, Councilman, we're going to do a ribbon cutting. I said to myself, how are they going to do a ribbon cutting? Because what I saw, what Mark Jablonski at? There was no grass here. It was dug up tunnel. How did you get it to look so beautiful right now? You spared no expenses for the women. That's cool beans, man. I mean, I'm telling you, this wasn't even here. It was dirt. How did you do that? That's remarkable. It's remarkable. And I'm very, very happy. You're right next to the Fisher House, which is great. And I want to say Happy Veterans Day also. Happy Veteran Day to the women. And I listen to people talk about needs. I walk the community all the time. And I will be here on leave in this area talking with the women and sitting back listening to them. When they move in, they're my bosses. They're your boss also. A lot of politicians don't like saying that, but I do, because I have to find out what they need and what they want, Angela, so we can bring it back to City Hall. We'll celebrate, but living in the spirit of your mother. She was a fighter in the community. She was out there in the community helping people. And so I got to do what I have to do, or I'm going to get a phone call from you. I know I will. I'll get a phone call. So I need to be here working in the community, even when everybody is gone, talking, reaching out, finding out what we need to help the women out. They fought for our country. They put their lives out there for our country. And so we have to put them first and help it out, just like your mother did. And also, I want to thank the Glenville young ladies that was here. They're in the spirit of your mom. I'm going to have them to write essays and poems about your mother. And not just put this up here. They need to know the spirit and be able to feel the spirit of Judge Harper. That's very, very important. That's how they learn. Children need to see success every day. So they need to see this and feel this right here. And I want to thank you also and your family for letting the community also, not Councilman Conwell, it was the community that reached out and picked your mother, and which is good. They met at meetings and they talked about it and they reached out to the community, and this will be right in the neighborhood. And so when they pass by, they'll smile to see it. So I want to personally thank you. You have my word. I will be here walking the neighborhood. I'll stop by, seeing what's going on to help out. So I'm there. As a matter of fact, if you look right over, you turn your head that way and look over there to Ashbury, that's where I live on the other side. So I'm in walking distance. They just knock on my door, 10647 Ashbury. I'm right over there, and that's what they'll do. So I'm not hiding. There ain't no hiding place. So thank you very much, and God bless. I'm not being disrespectful. I have to go to Glenville. We have an event at 4 o'clock. That's where the young babies just took off and they left to get to Glenville. So I want someone to take me there. So thank you. Have a blessed day.
Thank you so much, Senator and Councilman. Just a brief moment of reflection, I think, about inspiration. We've certainly talked about a very important and inspiring figure to us being here today, and that's Judge Sara J. Harper. Naming this facility Judge Sara J. Harper Village is inspiring to me, personal to me, but to the community most certainly, and I think we've heard about that significantly. Judge Harper is an icon, not just here in our community, our state, on a national level. We know that she's a tireless advocate, and it was an opportunity for me to spend some time with her earlier this afternoon, and it's more moving than I can say how much and how humbled I am to be in her presence. There are so many accomplishments that she has and that she's known for, but certainly one of them, and again, with this being the birthday of the Marines, that she is our nation's first Black woman Marine Corps judge appointed by President Richard Nixon. One of her many, many accomplishments. Just so pleased that she and her family are here, that they inspired Volunteers of America, all of you did, and it is so special to be here today and to think about the family of Judge Harper and their presence. And I'm trying not to get emotional here, so I'm gonna see if I can do this and introduce Constance. But I do remember when we first talked as a family, with the family, about the concept of naming this after Judge Harper, and it was at the beginning of the pandemic, and it was a virtual meeting. Judge Harper was just as charming as can be, and it really brought me to tears, and I knew that if we were fortunate enough to have this connection with the judge and her family, this was going to be a very special project. So please join me in welcoming a very special guest. I'd like to introduce Constance Trumbo Hawk, the first daughter of Judge Sara J. Harper and Judge George Trumbo, to speak on the family's behalf.
Good afternoon. He did that just right. When you are the first of five, you have to train people to not say the word that starts with an O, and to train them to say the first child. So thank you so much for that. It doesn't often happen. So good afternoon. As I'm representing my mother here this afternoon, I'll start as she would start if she were here, with a little bit of history. Women have been active in the American military in every American conflict. Sometimes they were nurses, sometimes they were spies, sometimes they were cooks, sometimes they even dressed up as men to serve. Harriet Tubman, for example, in addition to freeing 119 enslaved people, she served as a scout, a spy, a nurse, and a combat leader during the American Civil War. In 1946, legislation was passed allowing women to officially serve in the American Armed Services. Later, in 2015, it was announced that women would be allowed to hold frontline combat positions. So today we honor women who have made the choice to serve, those who have made the choice to risk making the ultimate sacrifice to protect our country. It is therefore inconceivable to me that anyone would seek to limit the ability of women to choose their careers, to choose their lifestyle, or to choose what they do with their own bodies. Our mother, Judge Sara J. Harper, is a warrior. She has been her entire career and life. Our family has very few words to describe how proud we are and how grateful we are to Volunteers of America for the honor of naming this home after her. But it is the women who will live here that we come to celebrate and congratulate. We give our thanks to them for their sacrifice and their love of our country. So on the eve of Veterans Day, we lift them up along with all the men who have served and who are serving in our military. Thank you for your service cannot be said enough. To all of you, donors, elected officials, clergy, friends, and family members who traveled from San Diego, Seattle, Washington, Columbus, Ohio, and Atlanta, Georgia. Did I miss something? Yeah. To come here with us today. So thanks to the family who represent. I especially want to call out the members of my workplace veterans employee resource group who joined today. Thank you for coming out to support me. Finally, my siblings and first cousin, James William, Kimberly Joy, Karen Monique. These aren't the first. These are the ones that came after, okay? Karen Monique, Adam Christopher Harper, and my cousin Michael Aziz are the family team that work with the wonderful and generous and caring volunteers of American staff. We cannot say enough about them. They are just fabulous people to work with. They made all of this happen. So thanks to them, and again, thanks to you. So now it's my pleasure to introduce my mother's pastor, Reverend Larry Harris of Mount Olive Missionary Baptist Church, and he's going to come up and offer a blessing. Reverend Harris?
But Constance, I thought you said I was family too, but okay, but. God is able, is he not? It is a powerful thing when we take our time to honor those who have definitely made a great pathway for each and every one of us. We thank God for the fact I am a sinus victim, and this area has tore me up today. I grew up in this area. And as I was saying, it is a great thing when we can take our time to honor those who have set pathways for us and allowed us shoulders to actually stand on as we ourselves have gone on to achieve things in life. Judge Sara Harper is just one of those outstanding figures in life, not just for adults, but even for children. She's been an advocate the whole while I have known her, and a great advocate and encourager. So with that, let's invite God's blessings on this hour and on this ribbon cutting ceremony. Father God, we thank you for who you are, for allowing the sun to shine, holding strong winds back, and allowing this to be a Mr. Rogers type day in the neighborhood. We thank you for it all. And we thank you for the one that we are blessing, the blessings that we're asking even more on her life. We ask, Lord, that you would take these grounds, sanctify them, set them aside, make them special for the women that will reside here. We thank you for Volunteers of America and for the fact that these houses will offer hope, will restore dignity, and transform lives. Now, we give Judge Sara Harper the praise of this hour and the setting side of and utilization of her name to bless this place that we stand on today. But we know that there is a day coming where she will receive even a higher blessing, an eternal blessing, when you say to her, Well done, my good and faithful servant. Bless this hour as only you can, Lord. Amen.
Thank you for that beautiful, very beautiful blessing. In a moment, we're going to invite all of you to tour Judge Sarah J. Harper Village. As you walk around, we hope you feel all the love that you have poured into these homes. Thank you, and thank you for joining us today. Now, following the ribbon cutting in the courtyard, the Swagelock Veterans Resource Group will raise the U.S. flag, which was recently flown over the Ohio State House in tribute to today's occasion. All right, I think it's time. If I can ask the Harper Trumbo family, John, my fellow board members, and please, all the speakers, join me up here as we cut this ribbon and open the doors. Where do you want it?
He's cute. Ah, the little boy, yeah.
I'm not sure I did it. You want to do a fake one first? I'll take one, okay? Thank you. Yeah, okay. Thank you. All right, here we go.
What is wrong with your phone?
All right, go ahead. Are we ready to cut? Yep, you're ready. Countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The ones from this morning were like this. I want to order me a pair. Those big scissors.